All right, good evening, everybody. Welcome back for another round of the greatest day, Utah Beach. And tonight we are going to we'll start the war from right here. This is introductory scenario number 1, the historical beach landings. My name is Ty. I'm glad you could join us. And I think this is our third session where we've been trying to play through some of the scenarios in Utah Beach. Um, let's see what I got going on here. Just checking out a few things on my end. All right. So this is the scenario that represents the historical landing, so not the planned landings. If you've got the game, you might know that there are two beach maps in the box, one for the planned landings and one for the actual landings. The 8th Infantry Regiment, 4th Infantry Division, I believe it was, got off course and ended up about 2 kilometers to the southeast of their intended target. And as the story goes, their commander said, "Hey, that's cool. We'll start the war from right here." Now, it's been a while since I've done some beach landings, so I've got my handy dandy naval chit sequence of play flowchart out. And if you're playing the game for the first time, or even if you're experienced, I recommend that you use those flowcharts. But that'll walk you through all the sequences and all the steps and all that kind of thing. But first, I've got some setup to do. So I'm going to scan through the booklet here, scenario booklet. We're going to start with step H of the sequence of play. This turn runs from 0700 to 1100. And I think I could actually pull it up. I think we got it in the notes somewhere. Yes. Might be a little bit hard to read for you guys. Maybe we'll pull up the PDF in the future. Let's see, we got the Naval display, 4th Infantry Division display, and the 709th Infantry Division display. So in the module, those are over here. Pete, the naval rules in Utah and Sword Juno Gold are 95% the same. There's maybe even 98% the same. There's one or two tweaks in Utah that are a little bit different around the drift rules, especially. The drift rules are a little bit different in Utah. But otherwise, I'm trying to think if there's anything else offhand. I don't think rules-wise there's anything different. There's differences with the beaches and the units themselves, but not the rules. All right. Let's see, module scenario-wise. Oh, there are 3 German artillery units that are in these parks. That for this scenario are kind of represented on the side here. They're not actually on a division card or anything. Just to keep a small footprint. Let's see. Are they contact pending? Looks like they're contact pending. Let's see. Oh, those are the park markers. So the division markers, excuse me, the units themselves are going to be in here. All right. Yeah. So you got 4 artillery units. So that's pretty hefty. Where is Park? Let's see, A, B, C. Where's Park D? Where's Park D? Park D. I do not see Park D on the map. Maybe it comes in later. Park A, Park B, Park C, Park D. Park D, off map. See special rules. Special rules, Park D. For purposes of this scenario, it is treated as a 709th ID artillery unit. It cannot target any naval units and operates under all normal artillery park use. It cannot be targeted by naval ships. Historical note, this was the Preparatory Manor Battery, which was destroyed by Easy Company, 506 PIR, around the time the scenario ends. Oh, I see. Okay. He doesn't have it off to the side. It's here on the map itself. Okay. So for the Germans, we've got those for artillery parks, and we've got a number of weapons nests along the beach here, which is not a surprise. And no German leaders begin on the map. Fair enough. Okay, we've got some pre-scenario events. The 9th Air Force preparatory bombing missions along the Normandy coast in support of landings on Utah Beach. The Allied player chooses 5 weapons nests for a tactical bomber support attack. 5 yellow, all-terrain, and defense modifiers are included. These attacks do not produce barrage markers. The -2 night modifier applies to these rolls. All right. And we'll double check. I don't think there are any markers. There are markers. What's kind of interesting about these markers is that the scenario reads 5 yellow, but the markers are printed as 5 orange. I am going to ask somebody about that when I get done with the scenario, if I find my notebook. And at least in other games, when you get these kind of free to use air units, you have to typically place them before rolling, although that is not explicitly said, but I am going to play it that way. It's 2, 3, and I tend to go to the 0 steppers first because I want to get a chance of eliminating them. What's their modifiers? -1, and that's a 0. And that's a 0. All right, we'll do 2 there. And maybe I get lucky on somebody. He's a -1 defense rating. And we'll do these 5. I've never played this scenario before, so I have no idea if it's any good. Or I'm sure the scenario is good. I don't know if I'm any good. But let's see how we do here. All right. So the module does show up with a yellow rating. So that's definitely the way we want to play it. And there is a -2 for night. So we're 2 yellow. And let me hide some of the stuff. I rolled a 7. That's going to be a miss. Go down here. That's a 4. -2. Let me check these. -1 for mass modifier. -2 for hedgerow, +2 for embankment. Road, railroad, okay. 2 yellow. Let me check that embankment. Terrain, make sure I get that raised railroad correct. Jump. The modifier is cumulative with any other in-terrain modifier. Okay. All right, looks like we're going to be a 2 yellow. And it's a hard suppression. On that unit, he's got to take it. He doesn't want to convert it because that'd be a step, be a cohesion hit, which would eliminate a 0-step unit. And we're down here. Also a 4, -2 for knight. 6 is a miss. And we've got 2 here, so we'll do this one. Also a 2 yellow. 9 contact loss, that doesn't apply. And the other one, 2 yellow. Cohesion hit, all right. And he is a 0-step unit, and so a cohesion hit will send him to the graveyard. All right, that was our preparatory bombing missions, and then also events prior to 0700 June 6th. German coastal batteries opened fire. The German player conducts an independent coastal battery defensive fire procedure against the Tuscaloosa, the Quincy, and the Black Prince. Each attack is conducted as a 4 black firepower rating, and all defensive modifiers apply. All right, so let's see what those all start out as a 4. Oh, one of the things I haven't done is set up the ally naval units. I guess that would have, where the allied naval units come in. Supporting assets. All right. So those guys can go anywhere north. And for this scenario, there's probably really no reason to not put them at long range. Everything's going to be in range for these guys. And probably can do the same. We'll put them in medium. Our DD's destroyers got to be at short. LC support, we need those at short as well. And our rocket units go to short. All right. Back to the coastal batteries. Tuscaloosa, Quincy, and Black Prince. There's Tuscaloosa. Where is the Quincy? Where is the Quincy? There it is. Okay. So these guys all take the same attack. So let's see. Let's do them in order. We'll do the Tuscaloosa. And let's see. Each attack is conducted as a 4 black firepower rating, and all defensive modifiers apply. Now it's interesting to me that the scenario write-up does not say that the knight modifiers apply, even though it set it for the Air Force. So let's take a look at some errata. Yeah, nothing listed about night. I don't know, Steve. What do you think? Well, Steve's catching up on the audio. So, night. I mean, I don't see any reason why it doesn't apply. So I'm going to give a -2 night modifier. It's going to be a 0. That's going to be a miss. These are going to be, yeah, there's no barrage on them. Let's go against the Quincy. It's also going to be a -2 for night. Cohesion hit. And if I remember correctly, with naval units, if they take any hit, they are eliminated or removed at least. Let me double check that. If a target takes effective fire, remove it, and passengers from play do not place a barrage marker. All right, that was the Quincy. He is removed from play. And finally, the Black Prince. Also a -2. Nothing. Okay. That's just the module placing those barrages. I think I'll probably do this for about an hour and a half tonight. See where things kind of shake out. All right, what's next? I think I better get the rest of my units all set up. Let me pull this up here. All right, here we are. Okay, divisions, markers, gaps not open, not clear. Yes, 11 mining markers, 8 mining and 5 German decoy markers are placed by the German player, 1 per hex. All right, so I'm playing solo, so I don't know if the decoy markers are going to do me much good. But let me look at the exclusive rules and remind me what that optional rule is. 18.5. Decoy mines are treated just like mines for placement, effect, and removal. The addition is that leg units may now probe to detect the minefield and forego the combat and clearing effects of delays. Well, I could try to do this. Let's take a look here. Suspect on the German card. We've got some mines. Oh, I see. They've got the mine set up if you want to avoid or don't want to use the decoy mines. Let's keep it simple for solo play. 11 mines, German player, 1 per hex. Any non-beach hexes that are within 4 hexes of a beach or impassable hex. So here are beach hexes, these 4. Oh, here's another 4. The orange dot, I think these are sand dunes. It's a sand dune, but these 8 hexes are beach hexes. All right, so let's look at these gaps. So we can do something like, no, it's just going to do all that. Come on. Let's bring these all out here. 11. 1, 2. And no more. Maybe place adjacent to no more than 1 other minefield. I think there's a misprint on the Vassal module. Oh, no minefield may be placed adjacent to more than 1. That's correct. Okay. Let's see here. Where do I want to go? Where do I want to go? Well, I could be thinking about this all day. It's got to be within 4 of a beach or impassable hex. So these are the impassable hexes down here. I don't think. Yeah, impassable is a game term for those gray hexes. So just go here around the town. Tell you what, we'll actually do it this way. Within 4 hexes of a beach. Yeah, let's put them. We can put them on the causeways. Why not? This is a lot of mines. All right, that'll be it for our mines. All right, let's take a closer look. We got the mines. All right, it's 0600. Excuse me, it's June 6th. It's 0700. It's overcast. Let's look at our mug. Following activation chits are placed in the mug and randomized for 0700. Allied Direct, German Direct, 709th Division, 4th Infantry Division, 8th Regiment. There we go. The Naval chit is not placed in the mug and is the first chit in play. After playing the Naval chit, place it back in the mug so that it may be drawn again on the 0700 turn. And then it looks like we have set chits in the mug for the next 2 turns, although something, oh yes, on the 1100 turn, the allied player may buy formation activation chits to add to the mug at a cost of 2 command points each. We play all the chits, so there's no last chit in the mug. And then we've got all the allies that are set up in the invasion waves. All right, there they are, there they are, there they are. Leader Colonel Van Fleet may be stacked with any 8th Infantry Regiment unit. All right, so there's Colonel Fleet. Let's look at our composition. So the tank battalion and the engineering battalion are part of the regiment. So we're going to want to bring him in with a tank unit. So I'm going to drop him right there. Oops. Landing craft, landing craft, landing craft. Ah. All right, these two, C-70 tank and Engineer 70 tank, or EN-70 tank, they can be in any wave box. Any wave box. So there's our green wave and red wave. So these guys, what do we've got? We've got an engineering tank and a C-70 tank. I don't know if it's going to matter. So I'll put one there, and I'll put one here. All right. We've got our follow-up wave. We've got our support units. I already placed the naval units. Events are not used. And let's look at our command ratings. Ooh, 17 command points, holy smokes. It's pretty nice. All right, command rating of 4, 17 command points. For 4th Infantry Division, command rating of 4, 3 command points. For the 709th Germans, we've got dispatch points are not used in this scenario. And the mug contents for each turn are provided above. We went through that. Victory conditions for the 4th Infantry Division. Primary task, clear Utah Beach by the end of the 1100 turn. And so we've got to open gaps, we've got to reduce defenses, we've got to clear mines, I believe it is, from certain areas. We've got to kill units. Secondary task, exit at least 4 steps of the 8th Infantry Regiment. Only the organic steps of this regiment, not any attachments. Inland, which is off map, along any combination of causeways 1, 2, or 3 by the end of the scenario. So here's causeway 3, here's causeway 2, and causeway 1. So 4 steps off the map. So we got to clear the beach first. That removes the overlay, and then we can exit the what would have been where the overlay would have been, and then we can exit those. And the tertiary task have at least 10 command points remaining at the end of the scenario. Germans do not have any victory conditions, only the Allies. We have to complete all 3 or the Germans win. All right, exclusive rules. We've got terrain, we've got the naval invasion system, we've got piggyback mode, variable troop quality, because yes, the 4th Infantry Division starts at a -1, which I hope I can remember. We've got landmines and German phone lines, 16.1. And if it's like Sword Juno Gold, the phone lines will be such that you can't cut them on the 0700 turn. Let me double check that. 16.1. On the 0900 turn, June 6th and later, the phone lines to units with the phone symbol on the beach overlay only can be cut. This cannot happen before the 0906 turn. Okay. So on a roll of 0 from the naval units, that would cut the phone lines. I believe it says it's 0, but not on the 0700 turn. Weather is overcast. There's no effects. Half hexes are in play. The wind and stirps units of the 709th are always in command with the use of telephones as long as the phone lines are not cut. Leader Keel is considered off map until he enters play, but able to command all of these units. Once the leader enters play, normal rules apply, see 16.1. Then we've got the artillery parks off map, which I pointed out earlier. May only be attacked by Allied ships. All Allied ships in the Utah North display are considered to have parks A, B, and C in range. Allied ships in Utah South only have artillery park B in range. Well, what about Park D? What about Park D? Maybe Park D isn't in range. That's going to be a problem. Although I find that hard to believe. I find that unusual. Usually if the artillery is in range of the beach, I guess they're in south. So where's the south marker? The south marker is only like 5 or 6 steps away, but let me make a note of that too. Yellow air, Park D. I think there was another question I had. I mean, I got the one down about the yellow attack with the bombers, but we'll play it as written for now. German coastal artillery units can use all applicable rules for coastal artillery. Self-spotted. Yeah. Location is purely to allow the players to track them more easily. All right, so this is Park D, is the 6th company, normal orange fire power unit. Here's Crispec. Any naval unit range box on either Utah North or Utah South. This is a lot of detail. Park A equals any north or south. Park B short and medium for north, any for south. Park C any short and medium for north and short for south. Wow. That's going to be hard to keep track of in my head. And D battery or D park cannot target any naval units. Cannot be targeted by naval ships. All right. Thank you, Brent. You or whoever set this up, you labeled these for me. So here's Park A. North any, south any, north, south, medium only, south any, north, south, medium only, south, short to range only. Okay. No roadblocks, no rear guards. A through D and F of the sequence can be skipped. After the naval turret activation has been completed for the first time on the 0700 turn, is placed back in the mug to be drawn again on this turn only. As soon as Utah Beach is cleared, move 4th Infantry Division troop quality to 0. Then we've got reinforcements. And it looks like, yep, that's the end. All right. I think we are finally done with setup. And we are generally ready to roll. Let me look at these naval setups again. So here's the south any, short any. Okay, it doesn't really matter that these guys are medium. All right, let me I don't know if it really matters. Let me get those fired markers off of there. And one of the first things I'm noticing on the module is those units in the artillery parks for the Germans activated. So that's a vassal module challenge. Let me write that down. I can report that to Brent. And let me go in there and just deactivate those. Not a big deal. Not a big deal. All right. Let me hop over to the naval sequence play flowchart. All right, begin naval sequence of play. Check gap marker on the beach. And we've got our gaps are at 4. Does not equal 0, of course. Perform ship to shore unit fire. Fire each ship on the naval display individually using these definitions: range, line of sight, etc., etc. All right. So if I remember the module correctly, well, I can do these from, and like I said, I've already forgotten the range of the naval units to the, well, they're self-spotted, or they've got spotting on all the emplaced units. that was that in the scenario, special scenario rules. Mm-hmm. I mean, am I assuming that they've got all have range? Oh no, right, we did this before. Okay. All Allied ships in the Utah North display are considered to have Parks A, B, and C in range. Allied ships in the Utah South display only have Artillery Park B in range. All right. Oh, and it's also labeled up here. Awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Okay, let's do some shooting. All right, so first of all, the Tuscaloosa is going to fire at Park A. And do we what's our calendar say? What does it say? 0700? It probably does. Yes, it does. Okay. Tuscaloosa is a two-step unit, so we're going to check for company bonus. It's going to be 3 orange. Possible suppression with a heavy barrage on A. He will try to roll for that. Against a 4. 3s, no suppression. Erebus will attack Park B. Company bonus. Fails 3 orange. It's a light barrage. Whoops. Nevada will attack Park C. 5, two-stepper, company bonus check. 7. Cohesion hit on Park C at Fontenay. Nice shooting. And finally, the Black Prince. He'll do the same. I like my odds there. Oh, yeah. That outer range does not apply. There's a special setup for the scenario. 5. 8 is another miss. All right, that's everybody in the north. Oh gosh, I better not forget we want to get some shots down here on these weapons nests. So who's got range? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, not too bad. So we can do a little bit of this. We'll attack with Soemba on Park 9. Company bonus check. Success. 2 orange. Light barrage. We'll do the Hawkins on weapons nest 8. Company bonus. Success. Rolls an 8. That's a miss. And we've got one more Enterprise can shoot here. Could be bonus. Fails 2. Light barrage. All right, that should be everybody at range. I guess I didn't have to put those destroyers in short range, but there they are. What are you gonna do? All right, they can fire at Park B. Let's keep hitting the things, the beach defenses. All right, destroyer. Copy bonus with 2 steps. Fails. That's a miss with a 9. Another destroyer. Copy bonus. That's a fail. He misses with a 7. And our last destroyer. Go down here. Copy bonus. Fails. Rolls a 9. That's a miss. All right, I've got 2 LC supports and an LC rocket. And like I said, it's been a while since I've done the landing procedures. I'm trying to remember what modifiers apply for those kind of units. What did I say? Landing craft support. Direct fire units, no fire zone. You can fire at the German defense track. Must be in range, line of sight. So there you go. And what is the rocket? Rocket. No negative modifiers, no barrage markers. Can self-spot. Removed after they fire. All right, this guy seems to be the tough dude right here. So let's attack with the rocket. He's a single step, so no copy bonus check. He's a 2 orange because of his 3 defense rating. So 2 orange, 5 is rolled. That's a miss. And the rocket is removed from play. And we've got LC support units, number 1. Fire here, company bonus. Failed 1 white. 5 is a miss. And our last support unit, same target. Company bonus. Wow, these guys cannot pass company bonuses. And cohesion hit with a 0. All right, good shot. All right, now, as we were saying earlier, on the 0700 turn, phone lines cannot be cut. So even though the module is telling us that they're cut, they're not. It won't happen until 0900. All right, that was shipped to shore, which was step 2. Next, we would do emplaced artillery fire, but all of the emplaced artillery are under barrages, so they cannot shoot. So we go to step 4, land units from the landing wave boxes. Move each landing craft and DD tank unit in any order desired from its landing wave box to to ineligible beach hex. Complete this step for all units before starting step 5. Land any leader with a unit it is stacked with. A DD tank may not land in column. All right. So let's go down here. Let me double check. What's his range? Well, he's under barrage now. So he's not going to have any range. All right, let's bring in Colonel Fleet on the A-70 tank. Landing here. All right, the unit is a DD tank. I'm going to make a direct fire attack against the unit using the blue line on the CRT with a fire rating equal to the C state number. So our C state number is 6. And if memory serves, the module will handle this. It's a C state attack. I'm going to use 6 blue. And a 6 is rolled. It's eliminated. Okay. So much for him. We'll move him to the graveyard. And that'll be it for him. And Colonel Fleet will simply move to another unit at the end of the activation. Hey there, Wardrobe. How you doing? All right, let's bring in another BB tank. DD tank, I should say. We'll go right here. Going to be a C state again. 6 blue. Suppression. And yeah, we'll take the suppression. We'll shake that off later. I don't want. I take that back. He's going to try to. He's going to try to turn that to cohesion hit, and the division is a -1 troop quality, so his 5 becomes a 4. You can see that signified by this -1 flag on the vassal module, and that's a 0. So let me get rid of that. Take the hit instead. All right, so now we do resistance nest attack against the tank. And looks like that's a 2 pink. What's our resistance nest? 5 -3 for defensive rating is a 2 pink. Possible suppression. Fine. All right, we'll try to shake it off with the 4. 1. Okay, no effect. All right, I may now perform an action with the DD tank, conducting opportunity fire normally. So the DD tank is going to attack. Is that the beach defenses? Attack beach defenses, yes. I've got a cohesion hit, which is a +1. I'm going to roll. Adjusted to 8, that's a miss. Was this the unit's first action? Do you want to perform a second? And is it in command? And if I do, spend a command point. Well, I just attacked the beach defenses, and normally you can't do the same action in a row twice. Does that apply to those kind of beach attacks? I suspect they do. Yeah, well, I can't find it quickly, so I'm just going to play it like you normally do. Can't do the same action back to back. So we'll count him as done. Um, mm, all right, we'll bring in this tank. And he's coming in via landing craft. So we need to check against the beach obstacles. Obstacles are at 5. Do not apply any modifiers. Okay, so that's why the -1 for the landing beach does not apply. All right, roll 5 white. That's pretty good. 6 is rolled. That's a miss. All right, beach resist at the landing craft. While the tank's in there, or wait until the tank comes out. We want to fire now. So we'd rather fire at the landing craft with a -1 than the tank at a -3. So that's a 5 pink, -1 for defense rating is a 4 pink. That's a suppression. Let's see. Suppression, suppression, suppression. Where is the asterisk note? It says see asterisk note. Where is the asterisk note? Note, you may spend a command point for a landing craft to automatically pass a combat result troop quality check even if no leader is present. Okay. All right. So the landing craft is going to be suppressed. Does the German want to op fire at the landing craft? Well, he's got nobody who can. So now we place the units that were passengers on top. Give each landed unit the same markers that the landing craft had. So now he gets a suppression. May land a unit mounted or in column, must obey stacking rules. Well, I'm assuming that once he takes that suppression, the tank can try to convert it. So he'll try to convert that out of 4. 6 he fails, so he stays suppressed. If the beach's resistance nest number is greater than 0 and the German did not use resistance nest fire against the LC, he may perform He already did that. He could do op fire now if he had any eligible units, but he doesn't. Is the landing craft able to fire, and do you want to fire? In this case, the landing craft is suppressed. So we need to recycle the landing craft. I'll just put them off to the side. May have a just landed unit perform a second non-movement action. Applying normal second action rules. Must be in command. Activate units one at a time, assaulting as a stack. Unless assaulting as a stack. So I've got 17 command points. I could rally this guy. What would that get me? What would that get me? Because that would be his second action. That seems pretty expensive for a command point. So we're going to forego that. All right, I guess that's it for that unit. Let's keep landing. Let's bring in, what do we got here? I guess I really haven't looked at these. We've got an engineer. We've got another engineer. We've got a demo team. We've got a chemical mortar. And we've got infantry. All right, let's do this. We'll bring him in. He's got to take an obstacle check. Makes me very nervous. 5, 1 step loss. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. All right, he takes a step loss. Landing craft, beach obstacles. Does he want to fire against the landing craft? -1. You know, he's actually going to wait. He's probably going to fire against that mortar. There's no opportunity fire for units. And now all these guys come out and take a step loss. This is bad. Bad news. Oh, and he was a single step unit, so he goes to the graveyard. All right. Stacking rules. All right, the Germans did not use resistance nest units against the LC, so now they may do it against a unit that just landed. So we've got all these infantry units. Resistance nest attack, wow. 6 pink is brutal. 7 is rolled, misses. No op fire. Yes, we want the landing craft to finally fire. Attack the beach defenses. Reduce nests by 1. All right, we will do so. All right, it's coming back to me. It's coming back to me. All right, and now we can recycle the landing craft. This was rough. Rough going for the Allies. Rough going. All right, I want to not lose my engineers, so I'm going to bring in the second landing of infantry. Our landing craft has got to brave the obstacles. Nine, ooh. Drift, we've got a drift. So the drift rules in Utah are different than they were in Sword Juno Gold. If I remember correctly, it's a little bit more straightforward. So I need to move the landing craft per the drift table. The drift table. Is the drift table's got to be in the module, but let's find out, see if we can find it. Utah, beach defenses, landing craft, that's all the attacks. Well, then let's go to the exclusive rules. Let's go to the exclusive rules. Drift, 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 drift. Four point two point one, perhaps what I'm looking for. Ah, yes. Well, that's sea state. Ah, 4.2.1. I was looking at 4.2.5. All right. If when resolving a beach obstacle attack, a 9 is rolled, then drift occurs, refer to the drift table chart. Refer to the drift chart below. Shift the landing craft based on looking at the landing area from the Allied offshore area. If the landing craft shifts outside of a landing hex, it is placed back in the sub-beach landing box and arrives again the next naval chit. Uh-oh. So I was coming in from Uncle Red, and this is the actual landing area, and I want to one hex to the left, and I'm supposed to be doing it from the perspective of the landing craft. So he actually drifts and doesn't land. Oh God, the Allies are having problems. Allies are having problems. All right, what else could be useful to get those nests down, or the obstacles for that matter? Ugh, this is so bad. All right, let's bring in this tank coming in by landing craft. The landing craft has to survive an obstacle attack. 5. I rolled. And S is a suppression. Yikes. Well, I should be, he's going to try to convert that to a cohesion hit at a 3. 2 succeeds, so he takes a cohesion hit. Resistance nests are going to fire on the LC. It's like a 3. Ugh, possible suppression. All right, the craft try to shake it away. At a 1, he does. Okay, he's fine. No op fire from the Germans. units come out. He takes a cohesion hit. Germans already did resistance nest. They can't do opportunity fire. All right, the landing craft is going to fire at beach defenses. 9 is a miss. He gets recycled. And yeah, we need to do something here. So let's spend a command point. And the armor will take a second activation. What did I just grab? Did I grab the wrong thing? I grabbed the wrong thing. All right, spend a command point, and the tank is going to fire at beach defenses. Single step, he's got a cohesion hit. Roll adjusted to 4. Reduce obstacles or gaps by 1. We hate obstacles. Get those obstacles down. Get those obstacles down. All right, that's the end of his. Oh, you know what? He should have taken a resistance nest attack first. My bad. And it was a miss. Okay, that's fine. All right, we've got. So these guys all less a step. He's suppressed. He's got a cohesion hit. He's got a cohesion hit. It's not going well. Not going well. So I've got a crap ton of engineers and demo teams. All right, let's bring in an engineer. Let's look at our stacking. 3 steps there. 2 steps there. All right, we'll bring in this landing craft here with an engineer. He's got to handle an obstacle attack. Now it's a 4. Another step loss. Oh my lord. This is going very badly. Who said Utah Beach was easy? Who said Utah Beach was easy? Hold off on the resistance nest attack for the Germans because it'll be a better shot against the engineers. There's no opportunity fire from the Germans. The engineers come out. They take that step loss. Now the resistance nest attack can go against the engineer unit. Wow. 6 pink. Yikes. Possible suppression. He is currently a 3-2-1. All right, we're going to spend a command point and shake that off. I gotta have these engineers working for me. All right, so now the landing craft can attack the beach defenses. He rolls a 0. He can reduce the nest by 1. And that's getting better. Okay, we'll recycle him. All right, second for the engineers. All right, we're going to spend a command point. The resistance nests get an attack first. Still a 5 pink. That's pretty brutal. Cohesion hit. Ouch. And now the engineer can attack the beach defenses. +1 for a step loss, +1 for the cohesion hit. His 6 becomes an 8. And that's a miss. So nothing there. 2 command points for a bunch of nothing. All right. Well, let's keep going. We'll bring in another engineer. The craft needs to handle an obstacles attack. At a 4. Ah, another step loss. Oh my gosh. Ah. Wow, this is brutal. All right, like before, the Germans are going to wait on the resistance nest attack until the engineers come out. The engineers come out. Take a step loss. All right, engineers out. So now the engineer has to face a resistance nest attack. 5 pink. Yeah, that's brutal too. No effect. Got lucky. All right. All right, the engineers, excuse me, the landing craft can attack the beach defenses. 9. Ugh, good Lord. And the engineer can do it too. Give me something. Another 9. This is the worst. We're going to get slaughtered on the beaches. Okay. What else we got? What else we got? What else we got? More engineers, I guess. All right, we'll come in here. Got to take a obstacles attack. 4. Ooh, good. That's a miss. All right. Germans will wait on the resistance nest until the engineers come out. Engineers come out and take that resistance nest attack. 6 pink. 7. Ooh, just missed. All right. All right, this is our chance, allies. We attack the beach defenses with the landing craft. No go. Wow. No go. No go. That is just such bad rolling. All right. Engineers, though. 2 steps. All healthy. Let's go, fellas. 2. Reduce obstacles or gaps by 2. We hate obstacles. All right. That was about time. Definitely needed that. Definitely needed that. All right, let's go over to Uncle Red. Got the demo team, chemical mortar, and another engineer. All right, let's bring in another engineer. Landing craft has got to pass an obstacle attack, which should be down to 2. It is. And he's suppressed. He's going to try to convert that by spending a command point. So that'll be automatically successful. He'll take the hit. The engineer comes out. He takes the hit that the landing craft also had. And then the engineer's got to survive a resistance nest attack. And he takes another cohesion hit for his trouble. Better than a step loss, though. All right, landing craft can attack the beach defenses. Wow, another 9. This is crazy. And the engineer can do the same. Get the menu up here. Attacks beach defenses. What did I roll? An 8, adjusted to 9. Why not? Why not? Ugh. This is really bad. Game is broken. Yes, it is. Into the trash, right, P-Day? Straight to the sell pile. All right. Well, I've got these demo units, and I forget how I think they're single-use engineers. Is that right? Is that right? Demo units. I'm looking for the demo. 6.2.3, Section 3. The Naval Combat Demolition Group are special units of the American Assault Forces. Their sole purpose was to clear the beach defenses like engineers, but without the combat power for extended operations. Therefore, they are a one-use unit. Immediately after they fire at the beach defenses, they are removed from play. Before that, they act like any other normal unit that can be activated and take actions or spend command points. Okay. So they are, for at least a while, normal Joes. Landing craft lands. Landing craft comes out. And he is now out, so he has to take a shot from the resistance nests, which is still a brutal pink 5. Ooh, 9. All right, we're in business. Landing craft. Attack beach defenses. No modifiers. 6 is a miss. Jeez. This landing craft have been stinking up the joint. And our demo unit will attack the beach defenses. And he rolled a 9. Oh my lord. So many 9s. So many 9s. All right, so he was single step, so he moves to the graveyard. And my computer is struggling. All right, let's bring in the other demo unit. Come in over here. Landing craft faces obstacles. 8 is nothing. Demo team comes out. Faces a resistance nest attack. And he's eliminated. Wow. Wow. And landing craft can attack beach defenses. No modifiers. And he rolls an 8. These are the worst landing craft of all time. All right, 2 more units for this landing. All right, we'll bring in the chemical mortar. As usual, landing craft has got to survive the obstacles first. 3 is a miss. Germans look at the defender. They're going to wait until the mortar comes out. He does. Mortar is out. Faces a resistance nest attack. 6 is a possible suppression. I can't remember if mortars can attack beach defenses. Steve, do you remember, can mortars attack beach defenses? Part of me wants to say, why not? All others, all others, all others. I guess he's an other. We're going to say he can. It's been so bad for the Allies. So we don't want the suppression. So we're going to spend a command point and shake that off. And now the landing craft is going to attack the beach defenses. 5 is a miss, of course. Steve says that they are others. Awesome. And the module seems to think they can, so the mortar will attack beach defenses. And he rolls a 7 and misses. Thank goodness Utah is not super defended, because that would be a problem. All right, let's bring the last mortar unit in. Got the landing craft. Got to face obstacles. No effect. Mortar comes out. Faces resistance nest attack. Possible suppression. Wow. All right, we will spend another command point to shake that off for the mortar unit. The landing craft will attack the beach defenses. I think I know how this is going to go. Ooh, look at that. Reduced nest by 1. Wow, way to go, guys. Welcome to the party. And come on, computer. And the mortar gets to attack the beach defenses as well. and reduces nest by 1. All right, that was the last unit. And I think I did something wrong. Hmm. All of those units that came out and fired, came out of the landing craft and fired, those would have been second actions, and they all would have taken additional resistance nest attacks. Let me check the flow chart for that. I'm almost certain I messed that up. Um, yeah, I should have been taking a whole bunch more resistance nest attacks. Rats. All right, so here's what I'll do. I think it was 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll tell you what, I'll spend 5 more command points to try to make good on my error. So for those of you who maybe weren't following, so the landing craft lands, or it's coming in, it faces an obstacle attack. Assuming it survives, the Germans could fire their resistance nest at the landing craft, or it could wait until the passenger unit comes out. And so for a lot of those Allied units that had +1 defense ratings, we were waiting for the defender to come out, the passenger to come out of the landing craft. Then the Germans at that point can fire the resistance nest at the unit that just came out of the landing craft. Then the landing craft fires at the beach defenses and then is removed or recycled. And then the unit that was the passenger gets to decide if it wants to take a second action. And if it does, it has to spend a command point, face another resistance and nest attack, and then gets to attack the beach defenses. So there could have been some more attacks, almost certainly, but we won't rewind it that much, but we will spend a bunch of command points to try to make up for that. The naval sequence of play. Yeah, let's wrap up this chit. So we're on to step 5. Move units from loading boxes to their corresponding sub-beach landing wave boxes. So these guys who are up here will get moved. And these other guys get moved green. Place a landing craft marker on each independent unit and on all units of a battalion. So the chemical mortar is independent, so he gets his own. The stack of infantry units are all from the same battalion, so they get one. This chemical mortar gets one of his own. And these infantry units get their own because they're the same battalion. Move units, so we're on to step 6, move units from en route boxes to one of the corresponding loading into landing craft boxes. So who do we got coming in? We've got some artillery. We've got looks like a anti-tank gun and another. Oh, this is an anti-tank gun. I think this. Oh, this is organic artillery. So a bunch of gun type weapons. So we'll just do 2 and 2. Not sure if there's a real strategy there we got to worry about. Step 7 may move assault force markers. We're not going to do that. Step 8 may move ships. We're not going to do that. Although, yeah, we'll move the, I don't know if it's going to matter in this scenario. I'd have to double check, but we'll move the destroyers back a little bit. All right, is this the first play of the naval chit on the June 6th 0700 turn? Yes, it is. Place it back into mug. So we go into the mug. And we're ready for the next chit. So I'm going to demove and deactivate. And we will pull the next chit. Just to see what we get. And the 4th Infantry Division. All right. So we've gone about an hour and a half with this session. I'm going to call it here for the night. We'll pick up probably in 2 weeks. I got to check my schedule, but I've been running or thinking about running every other week, every other Monday. Thanks for everybody for watching. If you got questions, comments, let me know. If you want to hop in for live play online or here in Chicago, drop me a note. Like, subscribe, hug your mother, call your friends. Thanks for watching.